Hi, my name's Ivanna. I'm a sophomore this year. I grew up in El Paso, Texas. Well, I kind of grew up here too. I moved here when I was in 6th grade to Walled Lake, Michigan. I have two siblings. One's 20 and one's 24. One goes to Grand Valley and the other one goes to University of Wisconsin. I live out here with just my mother. Then my dad lives out in San Antonio, Texas. So I grew up on the border. So I'm Mexican, yeah, and I'm bilingual too. So if y'all never need help with like your Spanish homework, you can ask me some questions, I guess. Anyway, I started playing soccer when I don't even know, but I played a bunch of different sports. I did swimming, tennis, gymnastics, taekwondo, kind of to figure out what it is that I wanted to do. And I ended up obviously liking soccer a lot more than all the others. And I started playing in a rec league called AYSO. And it was too easy. But in my city, like, a lot of girls don't play soccer, so there were only 2 club teams and they were really far from me. I lived on the west side and all the stuff going on is on the east side, so it's kind of far. And so I had to stick with AYSO until this coach from a club on the west side asked me if I wanted to join one of his teams, but it was an all-boys team, and I was like, well, sure, why not? And it was hard because boys are very competitive and they're very fast, obviously, and stronger and aggressive and stuff like that. So I kind of had to like fend for myself a lot, and I like had to constantly prove myself because I was up against boys all the time and they didn't think I could handle it. So I think that really prepared me. But after playing with them for 3 years, I ended up moving here. When I moved here, I didn't really know. I think I was a little too scared to try and get out there again, so I didn't play for a whole year. And then I didn't play for my middle school either. I went to Walnut Creek. 7th grade, one of my buddies told me that she played for Jags, and I ended up trying out for the Hawks instead, just because I liked red and black. It kind of sounds pathetic, but I really did it for the colors. I had no clue about any of the clubs here. I had no idea how good they were or anything like that, and I ended up trying out for the Hawks, and I was so amazed by the amount of girls I wanted to play. You don't see that down south, or I guess not in El Paso, but definitely in other cities. But so yeah, there were 100 girls that I was trying out. I was up against, and I ended up making a team, and I stayed with the Hawks until I graduated. And I had a new coach every year, which sucked, but I got a little bit of different coaching styles, some that I liked, some that I didn't like, or coaches that I agreed with or didn't agree with, and I had to just learn to deal with it. And then coming into high school was also different, because high school soccer is different than club. I'd say it's a little more aggressive and less technical, and that's hard for me because I'm small, I'm 5 foot, 4'11" and a half, whatever. So I'm going up against girls that are a bunch of Olivia Emmerts. So I'm going up against 11 Olivia Emmerts all the time. And if you don't know who Olivia is, she's really tall. I have no clue how tall she is, but she's definitely I don't know, 6 foot probably. But anyway, she's really tall. My point is I had to learn to figure out a way to get around these people because I'm short. So obviously I work a lot on, my foot skills and my technical skills or whatever. And I struggle a lot with, like, you know, conditioning and all the rest. But yeah, I've never had like prolonged like injuries, anything like that, you know, thankfully. But I did have my senior year, I tore my meniscus. I was out for about like 3.5 weeks, and it was my senior year, so it really sucked because I missed, you know, a good chunk of my season. But then when I got back, it was painful, but you know, senior year you want to play and all the rest. But yeah, and then coming into college was obviously really scary because, you know, you're leaving home, you're leaving mom, and that was freaky for me. But once you get there, I mean, yeah, preseason sucks. It's hard. It's very like, it takes a physical toll on you for sure. But once you get through it, like, you're gonna feel so much better, and it's not as bad as you think it is. I mean, it's pretty hard. But if you work out before then and you're fit by then you're gonna be good. As for the year goes by, I mean, the coaching staff, you know, they're very helpful. They want you to realize like what you can work on, and, you know, kind of guide you in the right direction to get where you need to be. And I think like Scooter's pretty transparent, and, you know, if you want, you know, the honesty, then yeah, Scooter's gonna tell you like what you need to know so you can get better. You know, he's not gonna sugarcoat anything. So like, don't take it to heart when, you know, he says stuff to you. But yeah, you're definitely gonna have some moments where you're gonna be like, well, fuck this, fuck that, you know, and gonna be pretty dismotivated and angry. But I think like the most important thing is in those moments is like, you gotta remember like why you're there, you know, why you're playing soccer there, and like who you're playing it for. Because I think like we all lose sight of that and we stop enjoying it. But you know, it's part of life, and yeah.